Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome back. You're watching the Kaiser Report. Kaiser's right behind me there on the sofa and waiting patiently to get his day underway. But we thought we'd come to you with a few lessons to learn today and some bits of news and, of course, our visit to Stupid Town and a segment that we like to call What Does It All Mean? So we'll get right to business here now. And we'll talk about the left losing it again. Newsom out in California has lost his ever-loving mind, in my estimation. But he's at it again and has allowed and admitted allowing illegals to vote in his state. And now he's upset about the new rules that are coming along and the participation of ICE and law and order being brought into his state and doing his job for him. We all know that Gavin Newsom, that greaseball that is out there trying to do all the hand signals and distraction, and I don't know what this is all about, but Newsom cannot speak unless it's with all his hands, and then this and that and the other thing when he's on these podcasts and talk shows that he's almost so distracting that you can't believe a word he says, which is a good thing because the words that come out of his mouth are not always conducive to the health and well-being of these constituents that live in a beautiful state of California, which has been run into the ground by pure, unadulterated lack of governorship over the entire tenure that he has been there for. And now he wants to convince us all that he is material to be running in 2028 for president of these wonderful United States. He continues to butt heads with our president, Donald Trump, and he thinks that it's cute that Trump trolls him continually by sending him Trump 28 hats, which I find mildly amusing. Everyone else that knows that it's going on knows that Trump is the ultimate troller and lives in the minds of all of these Democrats right now. They just do not have a plan to answer anything other than Trump derangement syndrome that takes place in their heads, and would like to pass it on to the voting population to believe. But after the last 4 years, it's a little difficult to believe anything that the Democratic Party is going to come up with now that it's been uncovered about the cover-up of a person that sat in the White House for 4 years, and we were all told stories about how sharp he was, how on top of things he was, while we watched him stumble through the world stage. And literally, when I say stumble through, we're talking about stumbled through. He showed up this last Labor Day weekend, and we'll show you a little bit of that a little later in the program. Very interesting problem that he's sporting there, but we'll see that in a little bit. But let's take a look at Gavin, the slick-haired, greasy-haired Newsom, or Newscum, as Donald Trump likes to refer to him as. And let's take a look.
Gavin Newsom is an embarrassment to the position he holds. Hard stop. If he had an ounce of integrity, he would be calling President Trump and thanking President Trump for making LA safer.
Yeah, and if a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his ass a-hopping.
We're going to be in LA today. We're going to be in LA tomorrow. We're going to be in every California city. They're going to keep doing the job without apology. Governor Newsom, he's an embarrassment to the position he holds, And you know, he's trying to be relevant, apparently, whatever. The president has their 6. I have their 6. So Governor Newsom can stand by and watch President Trump make California safe.
You nailed that like a split hole.
And we have to recognize that there are no limits with this guy. And he'll do, if he can rig next year's election, we joke about not having another one. I don't think that's a joke. Blah, 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 blah. He will wire it. He's already sending out masked people to intimidate folks. When we launched our campaign, he did it down in Little Tokyo in LA. Do you think ICE is not going to show up around voting and polling booths to chill participation? To chill participation? To chill participation. You know that. The National Guard, you know that.
I know it. I know it. I know it.
He is a piece of work to allow his state to sink into such despair and lawful. There is no law being processed there. And yes, we have to go out and clean up his mess. We've had to clean up the mess at the border. We've had to curtail the drugs flowing in from our border. And now this Tren del Agua bunch out of Venezuela have been targeted for the first time. The drug smugglers that think that they're going to run their high-speed boats with 4 big engines on them full of drugs into our waters off the Caribbean have another thing coming. If you were lucky enough to see it, if you watched any news in the last couple of days, you would have saw a speedboat racing in with a bunch of illegals, loaded down with drugs, and our military targeted it and blew it out of the water. Drugs, people, and all. So let that be a warning to the Venezuelan drug gangs and the cartels coming out of Mexico and other places in Central America that are supplying drugs supplied by China coming through those channels. Beware, you have a new sheriff in town with a very, very ironclad way of stopping you. And it will not be a pleasurable experience for any of you that think you are going to run more pot, fentanyl, and everything else over the border to kill our population or weaken our population with drugs so that you can get back in here and bring your failed socialistic experiments back into this country. We've had enough. America in November of 2024 said out loud, and make no mistake, they meant it. We meant it. We have had enough. Enough illegals coming in here that drain our society. We have enough with school systems that ill-educate our youth and our universities who indoctrinate in ways of life that are Marxist ways and socialistic ways. We have had enough. So drug smugglers beware. Let's take a look at what will befall you if you try this.
Coming in from President Trump, he did say earlier today that the U.S. carried out a strike in the southern Caribbean against a drug-carrying vessel that departed from Venezuela. The president later posting this video that you're seeing on Truth Social, along with a post saying earlier this morning, on my orders, U.S. military forces conducted a kinetic strike against positively identified Tren de Aragua narco-terrorists in the Southcom area of responsibility. TDA is a designated foreign terrorist organization operating under the control of Nicolas Maduro, responsible for mass murder, drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and acts of violence and terror across the U.S. and Western Hemisphere. The strike occurred while the terrorists were at sea in international waters, transporting illegal narcotics heading to the U.S. The strike resulted in 11 terrorists killed in action. No U.S. forces were harmed in the strike. Please let this serve as notice to anybody even thinking about bringing drugs into the U.S. Beware. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Again, this is the video right here. Now, we also heard a brief remark here from President Trump as he spoke earlier in the Oval Office.
I can't wait for more of this to happen again and again until they get the message that we're closed for the drug business, we're closed for the socialistic experiments, and we're closed for wokeness in this country. We, the people, spoke last November, and we, the people, will see this through and stand behind a president that is trying to keep every promise made from the campaign trail, all along by being thwarted by a handful of leftists and a Congress that will not ever acknowledge the good that has come out already from this administration and the help that's been given to us, the people, for the first time in a long time. Gasoline is affordable, eggs are affordable, the price of food is going down. We're running into a new season now where we're going to have to move some green stuff around because the planting season here is over with. So it's happening. Job numbers are increasing. Unemployment is staying steady because we have a whole lot of people as a result of COVID that got used to staying home and working on a computer in their pajamas so they didn't have to transport themselves back and forth to work anymore. We have a shortage of talented people, both in the AI category, the people who understand computer and mainstream computing, as well as programming the new types of computers that we're going to be looking at in the very near future. The supercomputers are here, folks, and it's going to change a lot of our lives as we move forward into this. And we have to have schools that are educating people in the proper fashions to prepare them for that kind of life, and that would be in our education of higher learning, where they're going to produce these people that will fill these jobs and make all of our lives a little bit better. But do not ever go away from the fact that we have a massive shortage in plumbers, electricians, welders, auto mechanics, auto body repair people, and all of the trades right now are down and out with regard to the ability to hire people that have been trained in these categories. And this is a direct result of the educational process being thwarted by not only the teachers' unions when you get into the high schools that dropped most of the learning classes for trades and shop classes so they could build their football teams and teach how to make pronouns stick, while we have a deficit in the tradesmen and tradeswomen that are needed in this country to make this country great again. And that is what this president is hell-bent on making sure happens, and our health system is going to be brought back around and looked at for the first time in a long time about what is making our sickness rate rise at such a rapid pace, and also what is causing the autism, the ADD, and all of the other symptoms that seem to be dragging down our health care in these United States. So that'll take us into a little bit of a laughable segment here of what does it all mean. So take a look here.
There is nothing worse than when your Uber shows up and it's a Tesla. You're like, you get all sick, especially when you're drunk. Oh.
Well, it's a short what does it all mean today, but hopefully you got something out of it about what's taking place in and around here and what people's thoughts are. Speaking of your thoughts, we here at the Kaiser Report always are interested in what you have to say, so please use the comments section below, and remember to subscribe to this channel so we know what you're thinking and what you expect to hear from the Kaiser Report on any given topic. Talk to us, let us know. We'll research the topic and come back to you with the unadulterated truth on what that all means and means. So that'll bring us to, one of our characters, the Hollywood characters that make up some of the newbies that are in Congress today, such as Jasmine, the phony Crockett. It's unbelievable the personalities that this woman can portray when she is talking to different sets of people. It is almost very Kamala-like when the accents change. She wants to portray herself as a hood rat, and we all know now that she's highly educated. She's a lawyer. She went to private school. She comes from a very wealthy family. And we know that when she was running for Congress, she did not speak in this fashion. She was very articulate in her speech when she was running for office. She gets in office, and all of a sudden we have a massive personality change. So I ask you, which one is the real Jasmine Crockett, and why are we putting up with someone of a potty mouth that is sitting in a legislative chair as a lawmaker in these United States? So take a look at the fake and tell me that this is not an act.
he understand that the type of warrant that was signed, it wasn't signed by any judicial person whatsoever, was signed by the Speaker of the House, and it just says that the locals can bring you to the chamber. That is it. You can't go to the clank clank.
You can't go to the clank clank.
Like, you can't do, and you can't say, oh, other state or feds, go grab them. Like, ain't nobody doing that. But it sounds good to the people that's ignorant.
To the people that's ignorant.
Just like you.
Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it. A lot of the stuff, they just popping their gums, right?
Popping their gums, right?
They think, oh, yeah, you're going after the Democrats. And it's like, bro, and he got elected to the presidency. That was only when shit hit rock bottom.
Shit hit rock bottom.
You up in the gym, girl. You up in the gym, girl. Maybe because these people, they are crazy. Because they always talk about how Christian they is.
How Christian they is.
In English, please.
I'm telling you, and the wives is being messy and petty. They putting it in the divorce. I'm like, ooh, that's got to be true. Because your lawyer would know that they going to lose it if they... Anyway, some of these like oil talking, they be like, okay, I got $2 million for you.
Okay, I got $2 million for you.
I got real analysis. I'm not like just like trying to hype y'all. Woo, because the girls is fighting y'all. They trying to claim that, you know, it's bribery or whatever.
Yeah.
They on the bullshit.
They on the bullshit.
They on the bullshit.
Fake.
Well, she never fails to amuse me with that kind of talk. And she thinks she's funny, and she thinks she's getting through to a population of people, an ethnic population of people, the blacks and the browns, that she thinks that they like this kind of behavior. She's barking up the wrong tree, and she doesn't realize it. And the people of Texas have got it in hand, and they do understand exactly who she is and the fake that she is. And that'll bring us, we talked a little earlier about Joe Biden over the Labor Day weekend attended a church service, and while leaving the church, it was seen that he had about a 4-inch gash in the top of his head, and it looked like he has taken a massive fall somewhere, or Jill may have hit him with a plate. We don't know. But take a look at old Joe trying to stay relevant in a world that now knows that he has been gone for a long, long time.
Did you see that? Did you see it? Did you see what? Wow, we.
Uh-oh, Bobo fall down, go boom. Shit, that looked like it hurt.
That is one nasty head wound that he has there, and I'm not sure if they've made that up to look like that or covered the bruising or whatever, but that is a significant cut there, and I believe if you look close enough, which I have not been able to do, there may be a stitch or two in there. He's not doing well. And it's elder abuse to even get him out walking around and talking to people in crowds, because he's not there anymore. He's just couldn't put it together in the last few months. They were probably medicating him to get him to even do the half-ass speeches that he did commit all the word salad to and mumbles. But God bless him. He should live the rest of his life in peace, and if he likes the beach, that's where he should be. Stop running him out and trying to prove that all of the lies that the media spread for 4 years, they're trying to cover it up by saying, see, he's still relevant. We know what the mainstream media is up to, how they report things, and the total misinformation that is fed to us by MSNBC, CNN, and the rest of mainstream media is now been exposed. And if you're going to hang your information processes on those people to provide you with what is true, then you're going to really run into some resistance, because that is not what's happening in our world today. We have a president that is trying to do a job against all odds, because the left side of the aisle does not want him to succeed in anything, to prove their point that they need to be put back in power. It's evident. We see it every day with all of these Obama-appointed and Biden-appointed judges that think that they have more power than the President of the United States, who is trying to right a listing ship here called our Constitution and protect us all. The Democrats will not protect you and I. They'll protect an illegal criminal way before they will protect and serve you, the real citizens of this country, who have spoken out loud to them last November about what we expect. And this is being carried out by this administration in earnest to make sure that the promises that they made can be kept, all while the leftist judges are trying to put a stop to it, because it curtails their plans for socializing and communizing this country. And with that, it's a perfect time to screech into that exit that we love so much, that exit to Stupid Town.
Seeing is no question what other countries have seen a lot, what our founding fathers predicted would happen, that a great strong man would arise, not great in the good sense, but great in the power sense, right?
I am the President of the United States, the most powerful nation on earth, and you must bow down and kiss my butt.
Trump is the most dominant figure of our age around the world. Don't underestimate him.
Yeah, the streets will flow with the blood of the non-believers.
He is a world historical figure, and he is the man that we were warned about by the founders, that democracies fall when a man who can captivate the populace wants to exercise the power that's there in the government. And that is what we're watching.
What are you, a dumbass?
Did you ever hear of Trump derangement syndrome? He's got it. She has called me names and insulted me just for sitting down in the seat, saying that I came here to celebrate today.
Is there going to be a problem? I would like for him to change seats with someone. No, I'm going to get somebody. Well, you don't have that right. So I will get somebody to come and talk.
You pretend you have the moral high ground, but you put that man's finger on the nuclear button. That man doesn't believe in climate change. Do you believe in gravity? Did you know gravity is just a theory?
You grab your belongings when you come.
Right.
We're going to have to take you off this plane. We're going to have to take you off this plane right now. Can you grab your belongings and come with me, please? Please. Can you grab your belongings and come with me?
I paid for this seat and I'm sitting. He is in my space.
She's causing hostilities.
Either one or two ways right now. I need you to grab your belongings and come with me. Or I can escort it off the plane. Transportation, please.
I'm going home now. My mother-in-law, his mother, died. He had to be here. I'm going home. There is no way I'm getting off this plane.
Had issues on this plane, and you are causing a lot of issues right now, unfortunately.
Fine, I'll be quiet. I'll just wait.
You're not going to be allowed to do this. You're not going to allow that either, unfortunately.
I've talked to Jasmine.
Okay. So at this point, Captain is off as well. Trying to have the night shift grab your belongings and come.
I'm going to be in Portland in my own bed tonight after me and my mother-in-law's.
Unfortunately, not on this plane. We can get you rebooked on something else and see what else we have. I can't be on this.
My husband lost his mother. Have some respect.
And I'm terribly sorry for that, but that does not give you the right to treat people the way you treat them.
What if we trade seats and she quiets down? How would that be?
Unfortunately, at this point, the captain is already getting called. It's no longer.
Captain doesn't know shit. He's doing what y'all say.
Let's try that.
Please ask him again if we settle down, if that can be okay.
My husband lost his mother. Sorry. My husband lost his mother. Have some respect.
Sorry for that.
What if we trade seats and she quiets down? How would that be?
I'm asking at this point.
Oh my God, this lady's gonna get thrown off the flight.
Captain doesn't know shit. He's doing what y'all say. Please ask him again if we settle down, if that can be okay.
No.
Sorry. I have to give one more in.
Man, we're waiting on you.
I'm American. You're a citizen.
USA! Does mean I get a whole row to myself?
You earned it.
Another Facebook moment.
You're buying drinks.
Ranking craziest Karen meltdowns. She is really good at acting.
This man and his Doberman just attacked me and my Chihuahua.
It's not a Doberman. What are you doing?
He just bit me.
No, he didn't.
Police! Someone call the police!
Walmart Karen having a crazy meltdown gets arrested.
A few moments later.
She tried the jeans on and decided that they're free.
Give a fuck! I'm not taking shit off. You crazy as hell.
Why is she so mad?
What are you trying to say? No, I'm trying. Oh, that fucking little fuck. Stick your phone up your ass, you little.
Well, I hope you got at least a chuckle or two out of Stupid Town today. It's Thursday. We're embarking on a weekend, and I want to tell you all, if you're in the market for some meats for your barbecue this weekend, please keep our sponsor, Lazy J Farms and Butcher Shop, located in Kingsport, Tennessee, on your mind. If you're not able to get there in person, call and they'll ship you a box of any cuts that you may want Butch to do for you. Their beef is wonderful. Their pork products are great. Chicken products are good. The eggs are good. The cheese is good. And for no fill, beautiful Chicago-style hot dogs, you cannot get better than anywhere. And these hot dogs are healthier for you than store-boughts because there are no fillers and junk put in them. It's pure beef. So give Butch a call today. Place your order and tell him Kaiser sent you. And with that, we're going to wish you a very happy rest of this Thursday, and I hope you all have a blessed weekend coming up. We'll be back here with a Friday report for you tomorrow, and we look forward to having some new information for you on a lot of the things that are swirling around with regard to these hearings that are taking place with Robert Kennedy Jr., because they're upset that he's upset the apple cart at CDC and some of the bad behavior that took place not only during COVID, but between our CDC, which used to be very respected, and now it's found out that they're playing footsie with not only the pharmaceutical companies, but made some really, really bad decisions over at the NIH and the like during that big COVID shutdown and how it was handled. So with that, we're going to wish you a great rest of this Thursday. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned to the Kaiser Report for a few more bits of information, a laugh or two, and a visit to Stupid Town. Bye-bye now. May God bless you all.